Oh, William by Elizabeth Strout, published by Penguin. And this is a novel that is largely set in New York, but also up the east coast of America. And I don't know if you can see on this cover, but those birds on the front cover have just a touch of gold on them, which makes this just such a nice, low-key but eye-catching cover. I very much like the work of Elizabeth Strout because she has an understated way of writing. It's a lovely style and it's very engaging, and it really does draw the reader in. So here we have William and Lucy Barton, who she's featured several times before. And William and Lucy are out of a marriage. They're sort of older people. They have two grown-up children. Both of them remarried at some point, and William has just been left by his second wife, or yes, the second wife. And Lucy's husband has since died. William discovers that he has a stepsister of whom he knew nothing because he's got a fairly complex childhood with his parents, and he decides he'd very much like to go on a road trip and take Lucy with him. So they set off, they take the plane and they pick up a car, and it's a very good vehicle, no pun intended, for them to reflect on their lives together and separately. William occasionally is quite passive aggressive with Lucy, and she just rolls her eyes and moves on. What the author does so well is gather together the minutiae of married life. So there is nothing thrilling about the book, but it just gently makes its way ponderously to the end, just through a stage of the lives of these two people. And it's quite edifying, it's quite charming. It can be a little ponderous in this little book. It is a very short book, in fact, but I think overall, the clarity of style and the wonderful storytelling really captures the imagination. If you have never read an Elizabeth Strout, then I think you might be missing out. You could trawl back through her oeuvre and see which novel it is that really appeals, because, she builds up her character of Lucy Barton. She's appeared several times before. So having read a couple of hers before this one, I enjoyed this one. It's perhaps a little bit slow for some readers, but for me, it hit the nail on the head and is just a lovely read.